And this is just in. A manhunt lasting several hours just ended near Old Hickory Dam. News Channel 5 Sophie Nielsen Holdings on the scene for us. And Sophie, we understand there are a few suspects in custody, a few on the run.
3 in custody, 2 on the run. A police officer went up here where there was a white Honda parked overnight. And when that officer pulled up, 5 people took off running into this park, which was the area that police were searching for about 5 hours this morning. You can see how dense this wooded area is back here. They had the police helicopter up for several hours. They had the canines out searching. We've got some video of that white car. When the police officer looked up the license plate, he found that it came back as stolen. So after a couple hours of searching, about 4 hours, they were able to capture 3 of these people. We're told at least 1 is a juvenile, at least 1 is an adult. As for the last 2 on the run, they may be juveniles, may be armed as well. So police said that they searched the area thoroughly, didn't find them here, so they think that they may have gone somewhere else. They're still looking for these people, but the massive search that was happening with the helicopter and the canines is concluded here. As for where that car came from or was stolen from, we're still working to find that out. And as soon as we hear from police, we'll let you know. Live in Old Hickory, Sophie Nielsen Holdings, News Channel 5.
All right, Sophie, thanks so much. And more breaking news right now. A violent fugitive wanted for a double shooting in Antioch is off the streets.
It all started last week during a fight outside a bar in Antioch at Apache Trail. The fight led to a parking lot shootout ending with 2 young men being shot and the gunman getting away. Detectives identified Brian Ariano as the gunman through a tip and a photo lineup. This is Ariano. He was booked last night on 2 counts of attempted murder. And according to the affidavit, there's still a second unidentified suspect who was there at the time. Police hope to identify that person after speaking with Ariano. A church caught fire overnight in Madison. It happened at Breaking the Walls Church off Dickerson Pike around midnight. Fire officials tell us something caught fire in the back of the church and caused a lot of smoke. Crews had to ventilate the church, but the fire is not suspicious and no one was hurt. And Tad Clemons is back in Tennessee this morning.
You know that name. The kidnapping suspect out of Murray County, that 50-year-old former teacher, arrived in chains, looking at a judge for the first time in federal court. His first appearance in the mid-state since he and a former 15-year-old student were found in a remote cabin up in Northern California. The 50-year-old's 2 daughters and sisters were there yesterday. The victim's family, that 15-year-old's family, yeah, they were also there.
I think that they would have a really hard time seeing her perpetrator, and it would be difficult for them at this time.
Clemons is charged with transporting a minor across state lines with the intent to have sex. If convicted, he could be looking at anywhere from 10 years all the way to life in prison. He's back in court on Friday. A man accused of raping a woman at a concert is now back in Tennessee. Levi Johnson was arrested in Florida for the alleged crime. They brought him back to Nashville yesterday. The 38-year-old told the victim that he worked at Bridgestone Arena and he could get her backstage passes at a concert last August. No word yet when he is going to face a judge.
And it's a push to get records on a police shooting released to the public. We first told you about the TBI and DA's request for information in the death of Jacquees Clemons yesterday. A judge now says he needs more information before making a decision. Meanwhile, lawyers for Metro Officer Joshua Lippert, who reportedly shot Clemons, says he's anxious to have those investigation findings released. And the football player made famous by the book and movie The Blind Side is now facing serious charges in Nashville. Michael Oher is accused of assaulting an Uber driver last month. The former Tennessee Titan allegedly knocked the driver to the ground and kicked him. Oher has played for the Carolina Panthers since 2015, but was placed on concussion protocol last September.
And of course, he's from Memphis and then played college ball down at Ole Miss. It's National Police Week, and the Fraternal Order of Police will be hosting their annual memorial service in honor of Nashville's fallen officers. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy live at the First Baptist Church downtown. That is where that service will be held, and especially poignant this year in light of some tragedies that we've had, Dan.
That's right. It comes 3 months after Officer Eric Mumma was killed in that tragic drowning incident back in February trying to save a suicidal woman on the Cumberland. He became the 45th law enforcement personnel here in Nashville to be killed in the line of duty since 1875. So today this event is about honoring not just Mumma, but all those other individuals here locally, especially who've lost their life in the line of duties. Mumma's funeral had thousands of people attend, especially officers and other law enforcement personnel from not just here in the state, but nationwide, across the Southeast too. We saw them from all over, showing just how tight-knit the local law enforcement community is. And really, the same story goes for the funeral of 25-year-old Michael Petrina. He was a Metro officer killed when he was hit by a car while working an accident on Interstate 65 3 years ago. So remembering these fallen men and women is what this day is all about. It's what National Police Week is all about. So today, the local Fraternal Order of Police is holding its annual memorial service and tribute to Nashville's officers who've died in the line of duty. It's here at First Baptist Church, located at 7th and Broadway, and it starts at noon today. And again, everyone is invited to attend. Reporting live this morning downtown, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.